Hello. I have been asked lately why am I not liking to go on vacation. And for me, pretty simple. There are two kinds of vacation. Either you go somewhere to go away from where you are, or you go where you want to go and where your heart is drawing you to. And in my case, first of all, I'm quite happy with where I am. And I try to make every day of my life and every day of work being enjoyable as much as possible for me and for my workers, so that you can look forward to go to work. That's the main topic of this channel as well. Make your process, make the ride enjoyable. On the second part, there's this kind of holiday where you go where you want to be. And honestly, besides it's too warm right now, I want to be in Switzerland. And I want to be here. And if not, I will go somewhere else. And yes, there are some limitations to that, because there might be travel restrictions, you might not be allowed to work everywhere, etc. And because of these restrictions, I would feel like if I would go to another country where I would like it more than being in Switzerland, I might feel bad. And this has been kinda a scenario in the past for me, just within Germany, that I didn't want to go anywhere else because I might like it there and I would love to stay. And this would put a toll on me. So for me, sometimes it feels like the right choice to stay where you are and make the stay being the best stay you can have. So what are the things for me on my holiday topic and the part number one? So when I go to holiday, most of the times, and friends of mine and my fiance know that, I just do what I want to do, and I would do as well if I would not have to work at home. I would just go to bed, sleep, relax, enjoy social media, and I will probably not go out, because what am I gonna do there? I mean, I was last year in Boston, and I was in New York, and went out to the city, I think one time in Boston and one time in New York. But I probably enjoyed the most being in New Jersey, looking at New York. That was quality time for me. So that means, do I enjoy going to other cities and other places? Yes. But make it be short. I mean, my first New York trip was 10 days, and I think after 3 or 4 days I stayed basically in the hostel and talked to other people, because that's what I like to do. And yes, I do understand all those people around there who want to see all the places. It's this type 2 thing. But for me, I mean, yes, it's nice to be in the mountains, to look at the mountain lake, whatever. But to me it feels almost interchangeable, where you can say like, okay, I look at one mountain and that's impressive. And to be honest, I do not get this kind of feeling of looking at another mountain and it's going to be impressive or more impressive or different impressive, or I don't know. At least I didn't feel it that way. And I think like, okay, now to stay 6 weeks or 2 weeks or 1 week in another mountain area, looking at another mountain while I'm living in Switzerland, and I can basically take a train and go to a glacier. It doesn't really feel it for me. And I would prefer to go to Mendrisio, to one of my restaurants, come back and then just make a short trip to one of the glaciers. And if I like it there. And this, I always said that to the world, not on social media, but just to my friends. If there's another mountain, another place where I've been for a day trip and I enjoy it so much that I want to come back, then, and only then, I would plan probably to be there a longer time and come back. But almost all of my holidays, my trips I had, whether it be Prague, Bremen, Tyrol, US, I would have preferred it to be shorter trips, even though it was already all below 1 week, and the New York trip in 1998 being like the longest trip was 10 days. But this is my take. For part 2, seeing new things, many of the things you can see on, let's say, video, pictures, etc. So I'm not this kind of, I need to capture my personal picture of it. And the second part here is coming back to the day trips. I would like to see Space Needle, Seattle. I would maybe like to see one of the NFL stadiums, but it's all, just see one of the stadiums, not all. It's a one-time thing. And I do understand the constraints going there, and there's a huge trip you have to plan, it costs time to go to the US, etc. But then, and there's the only solution which I found so far, and this is for me, it's road trips. Or let's say road trips in the term of getting around the place. That's what we did in Sri Lanka. Took a car and a driver, because the times that I wanted to drive are definitely over. I was going like 100k kilometers every year when I was working in insurance business. I do not need that anymore. So having a driver to take me around, having a planned trip like with hopping on planes, maybe a cruise, I don't know, or taking a train, which I would prefer if there's a possibility. That would be my go-to. So for all guys you are out there and watching this video, tell me your thoughts. Tell me, where should I go on a day trip from Europe? Or what is a combined day trip hopping scenario you would like me to enjoy? And I'm open for the new thoughts and ideas where you say like, okay, you just didn't see X, Y, that, and you would change your opinion if you did so. Because else, I know it, if I have a day off, I sometimes, no actually many times, would like to go to my work. Not because I have to, but because I love to. And the same holds true now for YouTube. I don't have to make a video, but I want to. And if this one helps another person to see at least you're not alone when you want to go to work, you should consider yourself being lucky that you like your job, because many people out there either don't like it or they didn't find the way yet to focus on the things they really love at their workplace, being self-employed or being creative. Thanks. Have a great evening. By the way, the building in the back is a volcano. There are 3 towers, all the same height, which are right across the building I'm living in. See you next time. Bye bye.